Hey, you guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. Now, you know what? It's like 2:16 in the morning, and I really should be in the bed because I have things I have to do in the morning. But anyway, I'm still kind of hyped up from watching these BET awards for 2015. This is the 15th anniversary, and naturally, you all know I am an award show junkie. So I literally have been watching since they first started having them. I've seen every last one. So I was up. It was very, very long. But they didn't cut anything. So that was like the good thing. They didn't cut anybody. But it was very long. I'm not going to go blow by blow. Not at all. I'm going to go through some of the things that stuck out for me. And I really did have a good time, watching the awards. So let me start here at the red carpet. The first thing that I saw that really stuck out, because their red carpet doesn't knock my socks off. Never does. The first thing I saw that was just ridiculous is I seen Amber Rose. And I'm always kind of like a fan of Amber Rose, because I just think she's a really, really sharp girl. Ridiculous, but sharp. Pointless, but sharp. So I see her in, is it Black China? They're dressed alike. I pay it no mind, because again, this is some of the antics of Amber Rose. We don't pay her any mind. Amber is always doing something. So I look and I say, oh, I hate your haircut, because it wasn't blended. So that was the first thing. Then she's getting ready to get into a little interview thing, and she takes this whole little thing and she turned me right off. She takes Terrence J's microphone. The fuck was that all about? He's giving her a chance to speak. She wants to speak about, what she wanted to speak about was the marriage equality situation. First of all, you're an idiot. Amber, you're an idiot. You don't identify with being gay. Okay, not to my knowledge. I'm not going to say that you don't identify with sucking a little pussy here and there, but you don't identify and say that you're gay. So you're trying to make a statement about something that really has nothing to do with you, per se. You got this whole little gimmick going because you want people to talk about you. And I guess we've fallen into it, because now we are. I'm sitting here and I'm fucking talking about you. And all of that's fine. All that's fine. But you're at the BET Awards. You didn't even know it was the 15th anniversary. So your main point of being on that red carpet was to get somebody to talk about you, and you decided to lean on the marriage equality thing as your gimmick. Again, something that has nothing to do with you. And then where you really fucked up, you were fucking shady to the one person who's never shady to anybody, and that's Terrence J. As long as I've known Terrence J, and I've pretty much watched this boy's whole career, that child is never shady to anybody. You shaded the one media person who ain't shady. And baby, I'm not here for you, and I don't know if I'll ever forgive you for that. And I am kind of like, I'm not a fan, I'm not a stan. I like your style and different things. But for that, I don't think I'll ever really forgive you for that, Amber. And it looked really raggedy, and I just didn't care for it. Get the fuck out of here, Amber Rose, bald-head bitch, with that simple shit. Anyway, moving on. Next thing, I'm going to give you my worst dressed person. By far, Little Mama was the worst dressed motherfucker at the goddamn function. She looked ridiculous with that suit that didn't fit and that blonde stupid hair. She looked ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And her hair looked like an old sunburnt mop. It really did. She looked ridiculous. No teddies. You cannot serve a décolleté with no titties. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work. It wasn't a gender bend. It wasn't, I don't know what the fuck you were shooting for, but I'm going to promise you there were quite a few of the sisters there. Miss Laverne Cox was there. Miss B. Scott was there. You know, and they were all on screen and had different moments. And baby, let me tell you, you looked like more of a transsexual than anybody, little mama. You looked like somebody's motherfucking nephew. And it wasn't a good look. Sun-dried mop on your head and an old fucked up ass suit that didn't fit. Now, if you decide ever again, because I'm not going to just kick your ass and then leave you out there. If you decide to play the androgyny game again, I'm going to tell you who you go see, bitch. You go and you call Toni Braxton. Toni Braxton ain't good for a whole lot of shit. But Toni Braxton can wear a fucking man suit and still drip and ooze sex all over the goddamn ground. So, when you decide to try that look again, and you'll do it again because you're foolish, contact Toni Braxton. She's a nice girl. She'll help you out. But by far, the worst dressed at the awards. The worst. Okay, so let's just go on in here. Okay, so Anthony Anderson and Tracy Ellis Ross, they were the hosts. And, you know, I love both of them for everything about them. I love them for their work. They're both so talented and so damn funny. They did an opening number and they did Conqueror, the song that Estelle sings from the soundtrack from Empire. And they had Tracy kind of doing her version of the Silks or whatever they have her extended. It was hilarious. It was foolish. It was light. It was funny. It was fun. And I was sitting there busting my damn gut, laughing at them. I loved it. Terrence Howard won for Best Actor. There was a whole nother part in the show where they did a little skit thing where they had Tracy dressed up as Cookie, and Terrence played right into them with that, and that's when they were introducing the kids from the show actually performing. I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later, but they did that whole little thing, and she's like, Lucius. It was hilarious. It was good. I like seeing Terrence. Terrence is stupid, and paired up with them two, it was just stupid and it was funny, and I really, really enjoyed it. Let's see. Laverne Cox and Gabrielle Union did this whole same gown joke thing. They were actually introducing the award that Terrence had won, and they both had the same white gown on, and I thought I loved it for what it was. BET did a lot of there were gender risk-taking stuff, like getting into what's all going on, and I was like, okay. And I think what they were trying to do is kind of like mesh the two worlds together and say, listen, they're not going nowhere. So we're going to have to make a space where everybody gets comfortable with everybody. And I think they put a large effort forth tonight in doing that. And it was cool. And it's just funny to watch the people's, it was funny to watch the people's reaction. But the one thing, nobody was clowning anybody. That was the thing, because generally, whenever it comes up to a gay person or anything that has to do with drag or transsexuality, it's always they try to make a joke out of the homosexual side of it. And they didn't do that. When I tell you Laverne Cox was a clean motherfucker in the white gown, and of course Gabrielle Union, you know Gabrielle Union puts a fucking hurting on a gown. But both of them were clean as a motherfucker. So there was no read on either. You couldn't come in and say, oh, she looks like a man. You couldn't do any of that. There was nothing to do But either you got the joke or you didn't get the joke. And you could not get the joke because it was, the way they put it together, I thought it was like an icebreaker and it happened right in the beginning. And everybody handled it pretty well. And I was like, cool, no problem. You know what I mean? And moving on. So kudos to you, BET, for trying to blend the space and make people come. You might as well get comfortable, goddammit, because it just is what it is. And all of this shit is coming to a head. And fuck it. I mean, child, we got other things to worry about, child. Folks run around here killing our babies and carrying on. Child, listen, Linda. We got other things to worry about other than a motherfucker with their dick pushed back with a motherfucking dress on. Stop worrying about that shit. Learn to coexist and let's move forward. And again, like I said, kudos to BET for trying to make the space clear and make everybody comfortable. Anyway, moving on. Nicki Minaj won an award for Best Female Hip-Hop Artist, and she brought her mom up on stage. And it was so cute. Me and my mom were actually sitting there watching. And I was like, Mom, look at them. Nicki and her mom had damn near the same gown, but Nicki had like a really, hip-hop young girl version of what her mom had on. And her mom's was more classy and more age appropriate. It was more glamorous than Nicki's, but the cut was exactly the same. And let me tell you, Nicki's mother's built, Nicki's mother's sharp, and both of them was tearing that motherfucking stage up. She wouldn't get her award. She brought mama up with her. And her mama's damn good looking. And they did that damn thing. And it's my kind of gown. It was mermaid with the train in the back, very fitted, and they were in black. Gorgeous ladies. Gorgeous. They looked fabulous. I was all there for it. And it was nice to see Nicki's mom. I was wondering what Nicki's mom looked like. Nicki looks like her mom. I tell y'all all the time, I think Nicki Minaj is beautiful. And that bitch has a face for makeup. I don't give a fuck what color combination you throw at Nicki. That bitch is going to come out looking gorgeous. She just got a face for makeup. It just is what it is. And now we know why. Moving on. Kendrick Lamar ended up winning Best Male Hip-Hop Artist. Now, you all know I'm not a big rap music fan. So, a lot of this shit, they were singing and carrying on. I was like, child, I don't know what the fuck they talk about, honey. I don't know what that shit is. But I know what's good. I know what moves me, and I know what moves the crowd. The shit in the beginning, Kendrick Lamar, it was a feel-good message that he had. That, on that song, whatever that song was, that kept saying we were going to be all right or whatever. That was at the beginning of the show. I was kind of shocked that Kendrick Lamar would be the opening act. I expected something really big for the opening, and it wasn't him. But it was okay. I mean, the message, it was a positive message, again, about all the shit that we have going on. They were really taking care of some of the political issues, right, like I said, right in the beginning of the show, and getting everybody comfortable being there with each other. Now, the first performance that I was all up in it was Tyga and Chris Brown, and then Omarion came out with them. And y'all know I love Chris Brown. I do. I love Chris. I love to watch Chris. Chris makes me want to get up and dance, and I'm always rooting for him, even with all his bullshit that he be doing. I don't give a damn. His talent is undeniable, and that motherfucker was burning that goddamn stage up, and he was getting down, and Tyga was doing a good job as well, and all the dancers, and I love the black ballerina that we had at the beginning. I told my mother, I said, she's not a stripper. That's a black ballerina. The movement is totally different. And, I love my stripping girls. I love it. I love a female stripper. Them bitches get down. But there's a difference in the movement. That girl who was doing the business behind Chris in the very beginning, that girl was a black ballerina. You know what I mean? She was a ballerina. And she needed to be respected as such. She was beautiful. She was beautiful. Her movement was beautiful. The lines she was creating behind them, beautiful. It was, I loved it. That whole thing, I was trapped right into it right then. I enjoyed it. Omarion came out. I always liked Omarion. His cute little thing. been heavy on the chicken, Omarion, honey. You done got happy with that baby and that little pretty woman you got, honey, and you done ate one chicken breast too many, honey, and your ass was stuffed. I said, look at Omarion, but he still could move. You know, he still could move, but why wasn't he? I'm looking at him, and I got mad at him at a point because you done come out here. Now, there's just one, you know, there's some people when you get on stage, you got to perform. Ain't no time for no bullshit. You get on the stage with Patti LaBelle, you better goddamn sing. You get on the stage with Chris Brown, you better goddamn dance. And the worker is, if you get on stage with Chris Brown, you better sing too. Because that motherfucker's going to do some of both. Child, so we know they had a little background track playing. Omarion's ass was just as tired. He wasn't moving his mouth. He was not doing anything. He was just out there. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Now, if you're not going to do no better than this, baby, just get on out the way and let Chris give us what we need. Because right now, you taking that valuable space on the stage, and I'm getting pissed off. And that's how I ended up feeling about Omarion. He literally took a valuable space on the stage, and it was unnecessary for me. But you still cute and everything, because he's a doll baby. So he's real cute and everything, but fuck all that. You do that old lazy, lackluster shit when you come out and do your little songs on your own. When you're up there with Chris Brown, don't you get up there and embarrass yourself no more. Because I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. That was a mess. They could have cut that whole little piece out. But that's okay, Omarion. It was good to see you, but don't you fuck up no more Chris's performances with the bullshit. Anyway, moving on. Kelly Rowland. And I don't really have a best dress for tonight. I really don't. I'm going to throw some things at y'all as we're out here. Miss Kelly Rowland. Was that not the baddest black motherfucking feathered dress with that exaggerated sleeve hanging to the floor? Quit playing. Quit playing. Quit playing. It was gorgeous. It was gorgeous. That was gorgeous, and it wasn't overly, it was overly dramatic, but that's what it was supposed to be, and it was real funky. And I got this little friend, and don't y'all be surprised if y'all see her in something very, very similar. Anyway, that I thought that was so goddamn bad. And then her hair was perfect. Parted in the middle, snatched. Chignon. Miss Kelly, quit your playing. And she looked beautiful. Well, she do. That bitch's skin and shit. It was bad. And then the shoe. Milan Treasure, honey. Go on, Miss Kelly. I loved it. I said, go on. It was fabulous. That was a fabulous look. Boris, Kojo, and Nicole Ari Parker. Best dressed couple of the night. Boom. Nicole, okay, y'all know, I always get a lot of comments about natural hair and stuff. I don't do natural hair. I don't have a problem with natural hair. I love hair, period. I don't care what it is. I love fashion, so if your fashion is right, it's right. I don't give a fuck what it consists of. It could be made out of garbage. If the shit is right, it's right. So I never get into that bout with natural versus, I don't have time for it. I love the natural hair girls. I love the weave girls and the perm girls, the girls on the creamy crack. I love it. I ain't got no problem with it. Just comb your fucking hair. I don't give a fuck what kind of hair you got. Just comb it. The white girls too. Comb your motherfucking hair. That's it. Nicole Ari Parker had her hair in a natural style, but she had an updo. It wasn't too big. It wasn't too raggedy looking. It was neat. It was perfect. There wasn't a piece out of place. It is very hard. I think it's very hard to pull off an evening hairstyle in natural, because we're so used to everything when it comes to evening gowns and stuff. We're used to everything being slick and pulled like a cap and licking on your head and all of that. Her hair was gorgeous. The way it was swooped and whipped up, gorgeous. Gown, bad as shit. Boris, naturally, y'all know I think a man ain't nothing but an accessory anyway. So, date, please. Best dressed couple of the night. And when they did the Smokey Robinson, tribute, and Smokey was up there singing, and Boris and Nicole were in the aisle dancing. It damn near made me cry. It damn near made me cry. I stopped listening to Smokey and was just looking at them, and I said, now that's what black love looks like. Because I've loved them ever since they were on Soul Food together. So I've loved them ever since they started loving each other. So I've always pulled for them. They have beautiful children. They are literally walking examples of what black love looks like. So anyway, I love them. Best couple of the night. Anyway, and they presented as well. So just fabulous. I love it. But Kelly, when Kelly was out there with her feather dress on, she actually did the award for the best new artist. And she brought out Charlie Wilson too. And you know we love Uncle Charlie. And he came out there, got the bugging and carrying on. So it was good to see him too. We love him. Yeah, we love him. Sam Smith won for Best New Artist. And that damn Anthony Anderson came out to accept the award. Dressed as Sam Smith. And that motherfucker had a fucked up motherfucking concholine, stricken, upside down pirate hat flipped toupee situation that was just as ridiculous. Anthony Anderson's a clown. First a cat suit in the beginning, and then that motherfucking wig, a mess. Love him. You gotta love him. He's ridiculous. He is ridiculous in a great way. He really is. Let's see. Moving on. And that's another thing. I'm going to go ahead and say this. And this is no offense to any of my, you all know I don't play the color game. But I do state what is correct. That just showed something about the BET organization as a whole, that Sam Smith was nominated and won for Best New Artist at the Black Entertainment Television Awards. Kudos to you, BET. It is what it is. The music wasn't interrupted by the politics, because the little boy is bad. So I was very happy to see that. And I was really proud. I was proud that, we didn't play any color games or anything. They thought he was the best one, and they gave him the award. So I was really happy with that. Now, naturally, he wasn't there. He wasn't there. And like Anthony Anderson said, Sam Smith ain't here because he's white, child. And that ain't why he wasn't there. But, because child, get out of here. Anyway, Anthony's a clown, but I was proud that, the politics didn't overweigh what the talent and the actual music was doing. So that was all. That was cool. Anyway, let's see. What else? Bad Boy. Oh, my God. Okay, there was a lot going on that I liked with the Bad Boy tribute, and there were, or the Bad Boy, whatever the fuck they were calling it, and a lot of that I didn't like. Okay, so y'all know I like Diddy. Okay, so I ain't got a problem with Diddy. I like Diddy. And I get real bothered when people be fucking with Diddy. Diddy is a goddamn visionary, and it is what it is. Diddy, no, he's not the most talented singer. No, he's not the most talented dancer, but he is a visionary, and he is one of those few people who walk amongst us who just, for some reason, God decided to let him be the person that knows when to, how to, and he has the option to do it and the talent to push it through. However little talent that it takes. He's a visionary. It is what it is, and he really does know when to. He just knows when to, and it just works. So I've always liked Diddy, and he's one of the people who kind of put his hand on things, and things turns into money. That it just turns into something successful. Here goes Danity Kane. No matter how long it lasts or didn't last or whatever the fuck, the people he's touched, you can't take that away. It just is what it is. So I like Diddy. I ain't got no problem with Diddy. Okay, so Diddy, and then let's see what all I remember. Okay, so Mace. Mace turned me off very badly last year. He got on my nerves. And I always liked Mace. But he was at the after party last year, and he was going on and on about how much he spent for his clothes and all that. So I didn't really need to see Pastor Mace anymore. He can actually take his ass on back to whatever church meeting he's having and get him some chicken and some Pepsi and go somewhere and sit down as far as I'm concerned. So fuck him. But he was there. 112, I was glad to see them, and all the members were there. It was funny because they sound good, but they looked like they all had to get out of there and hurry up and go pick up their kids from school. It was hilarious. But I was glad to see them all. Faith looked good. There was some other shit that was going on. Two things that are going to go down with me, and I'll never forget about this bad boy situation. One, Total wasn't there. Two, Carl Thomas wasn't there. So you just lost me there, because you know I love Carl Thomas and I lives for Total. But go on back. Okay. So here's the two things. Diddy got so excited in what he was doing that he forgot his timing and his staging. And I know, well, he probably missed some rehearsals being Diddy, okay? And he went back past the one spot in the stage that he wasn't supposed to go back past when we started doing All About the Benjamins, because you know that is my goddamn jam. That is the jam. So I understand how you can get caught in it and forget where you're supposed to be. As soon as you hear that, child, it's over. You so busy dancing and carrying on, he done forgotten that motherfucker went to go on back across that little walkway. Now he done forgot Lil' Kim gonna be coming up out the floor. And stepped on over there, and the thing was already opening up, and bust his motherfucking back on that guy. He fell. I said, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And when I say he fell, he fell. I'm like, oh my God, but he jumped. You know, he jumped up as soon as he could. So, I don't give a fuck. Love you, Diddy. Baby, that shit was funny. He fell down there, and ain't nobody gonna forget that. That's like Beyonce falling down the steps, and Beyonce's hair being caught. We love her, but you remember when her goddamn hair got caught in that fan? That shit was funny. And when she fell down them steps and rolled, it was funny, and we love her. And after we knew she was all right, this shit was funny, and she ain't never lived it down yet. Now you falling in the top of that motherfucking elevator? Hilarious. Bust his motherfucking back. He turned around there, All About the Benjamins. What? Got fucked up. I said, Lord mercy. But then, just when you thought that was going to be the highlight of the motherfucking show, it wasn't. Little Kim came up out of that motherfucker after he done probably fell on top of her shit. She was crunched down, and she probably was crunched down because Diddy, all that motherfucking meat done fell down on her, and he had the bitch crunched down. But that bitch came up with a serious motherfucking cat suit and a badass leather thigh-high boot and a wig that was as tall as her. I said, oh, Kim, come on, bitch. She came up out of there and turned the motherfucking place, okay? Kim did that shit. She looked good. I was like, come on, Kim. I ain't seen Kim look that good in a long time. She did that shit, and I was hyped up. I was on the end of the couch. I was like, come on, bitch. Come on. I told you I ain't no rap music fan, but there's a couple of rap songs that I will forever always love. And that motherfucking All About the Benjamins, you get my ass up shaking. Understand? Trust me. That's one of my little tunes. Love that little tune. But anyway, so Kim was all that. And that was good to see her. And she looked great. She looked great. I loved it. I loved everything she had on. Her wig. The wig was sharp. And like I said, that motherfucker was tall as she was. But I loved it. I was so here for Miss Kim. But yeah, that little piece, because there was some things missing out of that. But whatever. It was good what they gave us. Let's see. The Weeknd, he's new. He did a performance, and he was really good doing his little thing. A little lengthy. But then, he wrapped it on that. Him and our girl, Alicia Keys. So it was good to see her. She ended up coming out, and they were playing, and they sang together, and it was good. Vocally, it was good. I loved it. Monica came out. Monica and Keisha Cole came out at one point to do an award. And Monica had this white gown on. It was just funky. It was just funky. It had pockets. It was very breezy and very flowy and kind of just hugging in the right places. It was very Diana Ross at one point. But then when I really looked at it, I said, oh my gosh, she is giving us Mother Whitney, honey. It was very much something that Whitney Houston would have worn. When I looked at it, to split up the front, it was something very much that Whitney Houston would have put on and slayed us in. So that was beautiful. And you know what, Monica? You keep on doing whatever it is that you do, girl, because you always get it right for the most part. You really do. I love Monica in her grown-up skin. I really do. Then we had the Empire performance. Okay, so we've seen this performance 9,000 times. We've seen them do No Apologies. We've seen Yaz do Drip Drop. The whole stage. Yeah, we've seen it. And then, they always wrap it up with You're So Beautiful. So I was wondering if they were going to do it, but they did. And then Jussie made the statement about the marriage equality. And he went right into, when he did the bridge of You're So Beautiful, he did the whole thing of, this is the kind of song that makes a man love a man. And it was done in the same vein, just like on the show. So he did it. And I got tickled personally. I really did, because I was on Twitter too. And I'm watching Twitter. You all are some shady sons of bitches. Everybody was like screaming for them. And the tweets just kind of switched. When he did the man love a man part, I laughed at the camera positioning. They'd be showing people's faces. And you can see people trying to make this conscious effort. Like, the camera is there. God damn it, hold your face right. Hold your face right. Don't make a face. Don't make a face. And it was funny because they so shady. Had they hit Marlon, not Marlon. Is it Marlon Wayans? Yeah, I think, Marlon Wayans. Hit him with the camera. Who else was it? It was another male that they hit, but you could see them all making a conscious effort. Keep a straight face. Don't make no ugly faces. Don't do any of that. I said, very good. Y'all are doing real good with this, but I was laughing my ass off. But them tweets switched up for the next half hour. That on Twitter, they were nitpicking the performance. All of a sudden, Jussie's voice was off. Totally nitpicking the performance. And I'm saying, are y'all kidding? We have seen them do these performances over and over and over again. And nothing wrong with that performance. Nothing was wrong with it other than the fact that he blew the gay thing in there and y'all didn't appreciate it. And some of y'all wanted to say what you wanted to say on Twitter and you were acting shady. Y'all some shady sons of bitches. And nothing wrong with that boy's vocal. Wasn't nothing wrong with nothing. They start nitpicking his outfit, nitpicking the dancing. Oh, he had all male dancers. Since when was it a problem to have all male dancers? Y'all need to stop y'all's bullshit. Stop worrying about that shit. Don't worry about it. If you are straight, I beg you, don't marry no man if you're a man, okay? If you're straight and you're a woman, don't marry a woman. Okay? If you're straight. And then that's it. It should be real easy. If that ain't your lane, baby, stay out of it. Stay out of it. Don't worry about it. Stop it. And stop being shady. Wasn't nothing wrong with his vocals. Wasn't nothing wrong with that performance. You have seen that motherfucking performance on the Today Show. You've seen it on Ellen. You've seen it on Kathy and Michael's show and everywhere else since that motherfucking show came out. You done seen them do these songs. There was nothing wrong with the performance. Stop with the shady bullshit, you sons of bitches. Cut it out. Anyway, so that's that. But anyway, they were good as usual. But I got a kick out of that fucking shady ass Twitter folks. Moving on. Big Sean. Now, I don't know nothing about Big Sean other than he be fucking Ariana Grande. Do he still fuck her? But whatever. And I know he was on... I seen him in an interview one time with Joan Rivers. And he told Joan Rivers that he had a real big dick. So that's all I really know about Big Sean. So tonight, I said, let me give this little fella a chance to see what it is that he does. Well, that motherfucker rocked that auditorium. He was really good. Like, at first, I was like, oh, looking at him, I said, this is okay, cool, and whatever is going on. But he really commanded the stage, and he really did the damn thing. His performance was good. It really made you want to, get up and dance and stuff. So I was here for that. He was real good, Big Sean. You good, boy. Tom Joyner got the Humanitarian Award. Now, I think Tom Joyner deserved a big to-do. I don't think that it should have just been them handing Tom Joyner an award. Tom Joyner is all about music. He's all about old school music. I definitely think, how every year they do that little old school mashup, he would have been the perfect person for them to do that for, because that's what he does. So I felt like they kind of cheated him when it came to that. And Tom Joyner is that dude. Like, we all love Tom Joyner. Tom Joyner is that dude that you want, when you go to a cabaret, you want to make sure he's there. You just look around for him and be like, oh yeah, that motherfucker's here. We great, have a good time. That's Tom Joyner. We love Tom Joyner. And I think that he deserved a really big old school music to do. And I hope that somebody else will do that for him at some point. He really, really deserves it. And he is a hell of a humanitarian. If you don't know about Tom Joyner, go look him up. Go look up some of the facts. He has done a lot for his fellow man. He deserved a bigger shebang than that. Chris, y'all know I love Chris. Chris won the Fandemonium Award, and he also won the Best Male Hip Hop Artist Award. And he kept performing. He performed with two other people throughout the night. He don't know how to do a speech. So I'll be like, come on, Chris, say hi, say thank you, and get the fuck on off. Okay, Nicki. This was funny as hell. The Coca-Cola Viewer's Choice Award. Nicki won this award. It was so goddamn hilarious. She was backstage. And then she came out. And she didn't realize what award it was she won. And she was trying to kind of wing it. Then the bitch just turned around and said, you know what? What was this award for? I about pissed on myself. I love you, Nicki. You're ridiculous. And I didn't get mad at her. I thought it was hilarious. There's so much that goes on during an award show, outside and backstage. It's very easy to lose your placement if you're not paying attention. And the way her face was, something was going on backstage. There was some conversation or something was going on backstage. Nicki, y'all leave my Nicki alone. She's all right. I died, though. That was some funny shit. So, okay. So, here's the last thing I'm going to talk about here. Last performance that I was like, all right, what is this shit? We got K. Michelle. K. Michelle performed, and I was mad again because she did that. Her little ode to Total, that Missing You song. And as soon as she did that, what you gonna do when I put that little thing on you, or that pretty thing on you? I'm like, damn it. She needs Total to come out with her. It would be the shit. So I was fucking pissed off because they should have been there. But anyway, so, she stripped down, she had her little outfit on, and I was like, all right, Kay. So that was cool. So then Kay leaves off, and then here comes Tamar Braxton. Now, she got this badass motherfucking orange fur and this orange dress, sharp orange dress. Her hair was nice. Cute shoe. I don't know who did that makeup, but honey, she was giving you lamb chop, honey. I said, girl, what is going on with them? She was looking crazy. Then she was doing all these facial expressions. Come on, Tamar. And then her vocal wasn't on point. You know, I was like, I don't know. But anyway, so this, and then again, I'm going to give her a pass because this is her new song. So I think this might be the first time she performed it live. I actually heard it for the first time last Friday on my way to work in the car. And I thought the song was cute. It reminded me, of a watered down Minnie Riperton type of song. Like something you would have found on a Minnie Riperton album. And I think she's going to be fine. Once she performs it a few more times, she's going to be fine. Because a lot of the song is done really in her upper register. And for some reason, it just wasn't connected for me. So I'm like, this ain't the time, Tamar, not to be on point when you fall on behind K. Michelle with all that history they got. Well, anyway, so then Tamar makes this statement about, you know, needing each other and trying to get along with each other. And she turned around and she says, I'm sorry to K. Michelle. And she brings K back out on stage. And they start to sing Love and Need and Want You. So I was all in for it. I was like, good. So we're finally going to bury the hatchet and try to leave it buried. Very good. Good look for both ladies. It actually was. It was a good look for both ladies. Well, baby, just when we said, okay, that's good they did that, then we found out the reason why the motherfucking feud had really came to an end. Because there's this one motherfucker who really, really likes Tamar, and she really, really likes K. Michelle. And she came out, and then we understood why the feud came to a head and came to a bust. Because I'm sure she's the one that said, you two bitches. That will be a motherfucking enough. And I'm talking about the one and the only motherfucking Patti LaBelle. Patti came right the fuck on out there and screamed and yelled and mended the fence and said, now that's enough, you bitches. That'll be enough. And I was all here for it. Now, Tamar, that's the end of it, bitch. Okay? You was doing good, girl. You cool. But that Tamar, that's the end of that now. You did good. That's a good thing. That was a good look for you, baby. And you know, I usually be tearing your ass up. That tonight was a good look. Tamar, you showed, I was happy. You showed a whole lot. You know, the fact that she even went out there and said, you know, she was sorry. I was really sitting there with my mouth hanging open. I was like, well, come on through, Miss Tamar. Come on through. Fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. It was a good look. And then definitely they both got the chance to sing on stage with Patti LaBelle. So you can't do no better than that. God damn it. If I get to get on stage with Patti LaBelle, I'll go argue with a motherfucker right now. I'll go start the shit. If they tell me I'll be able to go hang out with Patti, I might smack a motherfucker. But anyway, so that was good. And that, you know, a good warm feeling that left. And then Patti came out and said what she had to say about marriage equality. I said, y'all are wearing me out with this marriage shit now. Okay, enough. But anyway, so that's basically it. And I have talked way, way too long. It is 43 minutes. Oh my God. Okay, I'm done. I'm out of here. These are the things that went on tonight. This is why I'm still up. It is now 2:59, and I ain't fucking with y'all no more. I'm done. I gotta go to bed. This was good stuff. Good stuff. We had a good time. Hell, we'll be back next year, and I'll be sitting right here in the same spot 9 times out of 10. Watch it again. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching. Thumbs up, thumbs down. You know how that works. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys. Leave in the comments the things that you liked. I know I missed some stuff, you know, but leave in the comments. Tell me what you had going on. All right, guys. Bye now. A couple things that I actually forgot before we go. When Tamar did do her performance, she gave a crotch shot. She got too excited in one part of her song, and she bent down on one knee, like for some reason. She thought she's getting down, and she went down on one knee, honey, and gave us her whole crotch. Bam. Took pictures of us all. I said, well, damn. And I didn't talk about the Janet Jackson tribute. Real quickly, the best part of the tribute was Sierra. Jason Derulo was okay. Tanacho was okay. But Sierra embodied it. Sierra did the damn thing. That's really all I have to say about it. So yeah, for the Janet Jackson tribute, Sierra, it was one of your, that's up, going to go down in history with her. That was one of the best things that she's done thus far. She did that. All right, so with that, I'm out of here, y'all. Thumbs up, thumbs down. You know how that works. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.